Hello, in this video we will continue the setting up of the nomenclature and I'll show you how to add an item in your ERP system. To add an item in Sales Ray, you have to click on the green plus button in the header. This is the interface and the fields you need to fill in. First thing you need to do is specify what type of element you would like to add. This can be item, meaning the commercial ready-made item that you are buying and selling, product, meaning the product which is manufactured by your own company, and material, meaning an element that is used in the production of your product. I will choose to add an item now. Beneath, you need to indicate the trading activities for the item, meaning for it to be sold and bought. Otherwise, you will not be able to create purchase orders and sales orders with that item. At item SKU, you can let it be automatically generated by the system or assign it manually according to your own existing nomenclature. All you need to do is check this box and fill in your number. After that, you need to indicate the brand of the item. Here you can choose from the brands that you've already entered into the system. After that, you will have to name it in a free text area in all the languages in which you work with Sales Ray, and you can also add a description if you wish to do so. However, this step is not mandatory. You can also add a link to an image relating to that item. An important step is selecting the unit of measurement. By default, the system will always select a unit of measurement for your article. However, you can remove it by pressing the delete button if you will not use it. To add another unit of measurement, click on the field and you will be shown a list of all the measures you've already introduced into your own system. You can have as many units of measurement as you want, but you can only set one main and one secondary one. The most important thing when using more than one unit of measurement is to determine which one is primary and which one is secondary. This is done by placing checkers in these checkboxes. Depending on which one you've identified as primary, you should specify the correlation between the two measures in the coefficient field. Let's take as example an item that can be sold by one piece and also by a pack of 20. When we add a secondary measure, we must take into account the ratio that relates it to the primary unit of measurement. In this case, if piece is my main unit of measurement, then the ratio to the additional unit of measurement, which is pack, will be 20, because in my case, one pack contains 20 pieces. In this digits after decimal point field, you can specify whether you will sell that particular item as a whole or not. If the digits after the decimal point are 0, it means that the unit of measurement is based on an integer number, such as one whole piece. However, when the units of measurement are liters, milliliters, grams, kilograms, and so on, you can control how many numbers after the decimal point you can introduce. For example, you will be able to record, let's say, a bottle that has 1.25 liters if you specify that you want 2 digits after its decimal point. The remaining fields are optional, but here you can fill in some extra details such as net weight, gross weight, length, width, and height. In categories and features, you must select a category for your item, and if that category has features, you can also enter them. Also keep in mind that if a category has subcategories, you must always specify the subcategory level in which it enters. I remind you that according to the configuration of your selected category, your respective item will also get a tax rate and its income and expense financial categories. Supplier. Here you can fill in the information of the supplier from whom you are ordering the item. Select supplier type, supplier name from the ones that you've got in your system. Input the SKU code and the item name that your supplier uses. Below in the file panel, you can add photos, files, or any other useful documents that relate to this item. On the side, when you scroll up, you will find different ways to track your item. Firstly, you have the possibility to add one or more barcodes related to your units of measurement. This can be EIN codes, QR codes, UPC codes, or any other formats that you use. You can also add a control type regarding the way your stock will go in and out of your system. Control types can be no control number. This is the most common way to manage items. With it, all items are indistinguishable and it doesn't matter which one you select for store out. Cost is calculated on all available items in the warehouse. Tracking method with serial number. This is a method of control where each item has its own serial number and its own cost. When checking out, you must specify the serial numbers of each item. Tracking method with a batch. When working with batches, one batch number is specified per group of items. The lot has its own price. When listing an item, it is mandatory to indicate which batch it is from. And lastly, tracking method with label. This type of control allows tracking of the same item, both with a batch and without a batch at the same time. Below, in the events log, you will be able to see details about when the item was created, when it was archived, whether edits have been made, etc. All changes are saved with the confirmation button. As you can see, I have my new item in the system. And in order for you to add another type of element, such as product or material, you just need to specify its type here. This was the information about introducing an item into your sales race system. Thank you for watching. Have a productive day.